How's it going, boys? TKC here, and welcome back to my first album live reaction. And I could not start off with a better project, as I'm going to be going over MitiS's Lost. This is probably my most anticipated album of 2021, as I've known about this album for almost a year and a half now, and I've really enjoyed the singles so far. I'm very excited to see how MitiS can grow on his melodic dubstep sound that he's slowly evolved over the past decade or so. Just looking off the track list here, there's a lot of good collaborations with some very solid vocalists, and I could not be more happy heading into it. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, along with checking out my social media platforms in the description down below. However, with that out of the way though, let's get into the live reaction. So obviously, since this is my first time doing a full project for a live review, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this or how I'm going to space things out, so forgive me if it's just slightly messy. So the next three tracks off this album I've already heard before, being Try, Homesick, and Hurt. I've done a live reaction to Homesick and Hurt already, and I will leave you a link in the description, or you can click the I in the top right corner. Because of that, I won't be including my reaction to those songs in this video. However, I'll give you guys my thoughts on Try, since I've yet to feature it in this new format. It's a pretty solid track, but overall it's just kind of grown off of me as time has gone on. I really like the second drop with that high-pitched synth that comes in that really adds to the drop. When it comes to the first drop though, it does have those saw chords, but just doesn't really have enough to keep me interested. Well, a track that verses definitely save, and would definitely say it's still pretty good, but I definitely prefer Homesick and Hurt better. Overall, just a pretty solid track that I'm not too crazy about, but ultimately I still listen to it every so often and really enjoy it. So I just finished listening to Homesick and Hurt off camera, and if you guys already know, I'm a massive fan of Hurt, so I'm pretty hyped for the next track, which is going to be Without Me featuring Danny Cara. Very nice so far. Ooh. Very nice reverb guitars, and I do like Danny Cara's vocals so far. Nice keys. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit more of a chill drop. I don't know what's gonna be on this drop, man. It feels like it's gonna be a little more chill, but I'm not sure. Ooh. I think I've heard this one before. Yeah, very chill. Okay, just off first impressions, I feel like Homesick and Hurt are a little stronger so far, but I'm gonna save the judgment. Yeah, just very nice vibes, man. Really like this chorus. Lots of impact, lots of emotion. Alright, let's see if we get a switch up and drop two. Maybe a fake out? Ooh, long fake out. Yeah, the lead melody's very subtle in the background there. I actually kind of dig that. Nice outro. Man, MitiS kills on outros every time, man. Alright, so just a couple initial thoughts on Without Me. A definitely more chill track here from MitiS, and I think it works pretty well in execution. Definitely not my favorite off the album by any stretch of the imagination so far, but I definitely think it does its job pretty well. One of those tracks that I feel like just nothing really blows me away, but I don't really feel like anything here is necessarily done bad either. But yeah, really appreciate a lot of things that were done on this track, and we'll probably definitely return to it. Alright, next track is going to be Bloom. Is there gonna be vocals on this one? Oh, it's gonna be an instrumental, man. Ooh. Really like the feel this one brings. Very atmospheric. Oh. Really nice mix of the guitar, the pianos, the pads. Just seems all very calculated, very solid. Oh! Oh. I'm getting fucking goosebumps, man. Oh. Dude. That, wow. Different from MitiS, man. Very Porter Robinson-esque, where it's like you don't really want to headbang it to it, but it just gives you goosebumps, man. Dude, that piano melody, man. Wow. Dude, this is so good, man. MitiS has outdone himself with these instrumental tracks, man. Yes. Oh man, that is so euphoric, dude. Holy shit. Oh man. Wow, man. Oh. So gorgeous, man. That's unbelievable. Wow. Wow. That honestly might be my favorite off the album so far. I don't want to get too ahead of myself and let recency bias affect me, but that was incredible. The off drops features these just absolutely gorgeous euphoric pads, complemented by some really nice guitars, some percussion, and pianos. These lead into these very Porter Robinson almost-esque drops that are just super full and impactful and just give you goosebumps. I'm not too well versed in MitiS's older stuff, however, from what I've heard of him, that is extremely unique, and I am totally digging that sound from him. I'm curious to see how some of the other instrumental tracks on this album do, as I believe the collaboration with Crystal Skies is one, but that delivered massively. Next up, we've got Follow You with Rico and Miela. Nice, dude. Sucker for acoustic guitar. MitiS just, I don't know how he does it, but he just manages to make these melodies that are so euphoric. Oh, dude. Come on, man. Very emotional. Nice. Love Rico and Miela. Oh. Oh, dude, this one feels like it's gonna be big. Nice! Dude! Oh my god. Come on, man. Oh my god, dude. That fucking sound design, man. Oh. Wow, dude. This album, man, holy shit. Dude, that's so unique, man. Tell me another artist that makes a sound like that. This is, oh my god, man. I'm getting goosebumps again. Fuck! I want to hear that drop again so bad. I don't even care if he switches it up. That was incredible. Oh. Oh my god, man. I feel like I'm gonna cry, man. Oh my god, man. Wow, dude. That's probably one of, if not the best song I've heard in 2021 so far. That is fucking incredible. Rico and Miela's verses, along with the incredibly complimentary verse production, makes for some extremely bone-chilling verses that, you saw, man, that shit had me like, ugh. And then you've got those drops that feature some of the best sound design I have ever heard from MitiS from a song that I have heard, and the idea's not even that crazy, but the sound design and the emotion present is just, I can't describe it, man. That is just incredible stuff by MitiS. Like, I genuinely think that might be one of my favorite songs by him, like, of all time. Like, and that, like, I don't even know what to say, man. I'm speechless. I'm speechless, man. Wow. That was incredible, dude. I'm really excited to see how I feel about this song when I give it some time, but as of right now, you cannot make a better first impression on me. All right, next up, we've got When I Say You're Mine by Luma and Notel. Okay, feels like slightly faster BPM. I'm also interested to see how a female duet's gonna work here. Really like Luma's vocals. One of my favorite EDM vocalists. Dude, everything on this album is just so euphoric, man. Unbelievable. Nice, nice notes. Wow, that's a clean sound. I like that. That is good. Oh, you can hear that drop coming in. Also, I just want to mention that percussion is incredible. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is a vibe, dude. Woo. Really like these notes placed here. Really adds some nice variety. I think of all the songs so far, this is by far the biggest vibe. Okay, now that I'm listening, I'm not sure which one's Luma and which one's Notel. Almost reminds me of like tropical house, like Kygo style here. Yeah. Nothing special, but that is just so clean, man. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. Nice chords in the outro, dude. Wow. Okay, so it kind of reminds me slightly of Without Me, but I feel like that one presents a little bit more energy and a slightly fuller sound in the drop. I'm gonna have to probably listen to that again to hear the differences between Luma and Notel, but just off first impression, they kind of sound interchangeable. As someone who really likes duets and EDM, I ultimately do prefer the male-female duets, as not only is it easier to discern who's singing, but also the duality feel that it brings. That being said though, the vocals are still pretty good, verse production's just clean as always. The snare was honestly very impactful in that build-up. Yeah, overall, I think that is a pretty solid track. However, when comparing it to the likes of Bloom and Follow You, I'm not sure if it necessarily meets the expectations. But that being said, when it comes to the expectations of the entire album, would definitely say it meets those. Next up, we probably have the track I'm most excited to hear, which is going to be MitiS and Crystal Sky's collaboration, Forgotten. So I know MitiS and Crystal Skies have a collaboration with LV, and I'm curious to see if it's this one. Okay, so this is instrumental. Okay. Classic Crystal Skies guitars. Okay, so in terms of intro and off drop so far, not feeling it as much as Bloom, but they still present a pretty decent vibe. Alright, let's go! Ooh! Yeah, you can definitely hear where Crystal Skies comes in that. Okay, so in terms of drop, that is definitely pretty full, but ideas-wise, I'm not feeling the melody that much. It also kind of just feels quieter than the rest of the songs too. That might just be my fault, but I don't know. Nice piano stabs. Alright, second drop, let's see what's up. That's a little bit better. Oh, nice, dude. Okay, sudden end there. Okay, so this might just be like all my fault as my ears are kind of still plugged up from seasonal allergies, but I felt like the mix on that one was a little bit lower quality than the rest of the tracks and just felt a little bit quieter. Obviously, when it comes to a collaboration with Crystal Skies and MitiS, you're gonna get some extremely full sounding drops, and you definitely get that here. I do think the second drop was a little bit better than the first one, as the first one kind of just had an interesting melody that I wasn't really digging that much, but the second one brought back a more fulfilling melody and ultimately made my satisfaction in the drop a little bit better. And when it came to the off drops of the track, I kind of felt like they were a little lacking in comparison to Bloom, and I don't know, man, for a collaboration between these two, I feel like they could have done a little bit more, but overall it is what it is, and it's not too bad of a track, and we'll probably listen to it again. When my ears stop being plugged up with these allergies, I'm very excited to see how this one's gonna sound. Next up, we got MitiS's collab with SubLion, Running Away featuring Ashley Apollodor. More of like an orchestral feel so far. Oh, that is classic MitiS, man. Kind of interesting to see Ashley Apollodor back, because she was a name featured in a lot of older melodic dubstep. Probably one of my favorite vocal performances so far on the album. I'm really enjoying these. Alright, we're already getting a drop here, let's go. Ooh! Very, very full. Oh. Dude, that sounds a lot more like old school MitiS, man. Very nice. Interesting. Yeah, that sounded like something that would be off till the end. Ooh, nice note. Very euphoric, man. Alright, let's see second drop. Let's see what's up. Oh. Oh, nice sound effects, dude. Solid outro, man. The musicality there is just perfect, man. Wow. Alright, so just off first listen, I'm getting a ton of Till the End vibes. It's kind of hard to describe what really makes MitiS's older sound his sound, but ultimately I'm just getting those vibes that just really brings it back to his older style. The lead that plays through the verses is extremely unique and sounds really good, and in combination with Ashley Apollodor's vocals, makes for some pretty solid verses. I haven't really heard enough SubLion to comment where he comes in on this collaboration, but of the new tracks so far, I'd probably have to put that third, just behind Bloom and Follow You. Finally, we have the last track off the album, not including the outro, which is going to be Back to Me featuring Bella Renee. Ooh, very ambient pads so far. Oh, okay. Really unique again. I have no freaking idea where this is gonna go. kind of sounds a little similar to Try, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's definitely an emotional vibe, but I don't know, it's kind of giving me really similar vibes to Try so far. Personally, I'm not digging the vocals that much on this one either. I wonder if the second drop's gonna be different like Try. Alright, let's see. Not too much different. Nice sound choices. Oh, okay. Nice inclusion of the high-pitched synth. Okay. Okay, yeah, kind of getting slightly conflicting feelings about that one. I feel like it just sounds really similar to Try in the drops. I feel like the first drop especially is almost just like straight cookie cutter copy, and I don't like using that word that often, but they are very similar. When it comes to the verses though, they provide a pretty unique feeling, especially in the first verse. That being said though, I really like the guitars and pianos present in this one, as they really give a nice euphoric feel. I know all the tracks on this album feature guitar and keys, but I definitely appreciate the ones in this one, especially towards the middle of the track. I did also mention this in the live reaction, but I'm not too crazy about Bella Renee's vocals, and ultimately kind of limits how much I'll be returning to this song. I still think it's pretty good, and probably would put it on par with Without Me, but ultimately we'll have to give it a couple more listens to see if I'll truly enjoy it. So I just listened to the outro, and I definitely do prefer it over the intro, but not by very much. The outro features some really nice impactful ambient pads, along with a piano section towards the end that just puts a smile on your face. Ultimately, I don't have much to say about intros or outros when it comes to albums, and ultimately just, it's okay. Like, I mean, there's just not much really else to say there. So just some overall thoughts on the album here. I think MitiS absolutely knocked this out of the ballpark, and I do think it tops till the end. Where this album really excels is some solid vocal performances, really unique verse production, and some really full sounding melodic drops with some pretty cool ideas. I think if I had to pick 3 tracks overall that would be my highlights off this album, I'd have to go Follow You, Bloom, and Hurt. While there definitely are a ton more positives than negatives, I do have a couple of negatives and pointers that I want to bring up. Probably the one and only big glaring weakness on this album is that there is an extreme lack of subgenre variety. Pretty much every track on this album consists of either melodic bass and melodic dubstep, and while that does make me pretty happy as a massive melodic bass and dubstep fan, it definitely limits who you can bring on as new listeners. I can potentially imagine that a lot of people that don't really listen to MitiS or melodic dubstep that may give this album a try could potentially click off early due to the lack of that subgenre variety. From my personal perspective though, I do really like subgenre switch-ups and would have maybe appreciated a subgenre switch-up in a couple of the tracks, but overall it's not too crazy of a deal. I haven't heard many albums in 2021, but I think it's pretty safe to say that's probably my favorite album of 2021 so far. There's a lot of albums in the upcoming months that are going to be giving this one competition for me, but ultimately I do think it will be able to stand the test of time and become one of my favorite albums of 2021. And that should be it from me, guys. This was a pretty large project to take on, but I was really excited about this album and wanted to try something different. I'm probably going to be burned out from editing and recording after this, but I'm going to try my hardest to get a live reaction to Dabbin' and Midnight Kids out, along with Lost Wolves' new EP. In the meantime though, I will see you in the next video. Peace.